Excited to introduce my business partner, and it's interesting as I reflect back on all of the other dealers and their input and contributions. It ties me back to some of the thoughts that I talk about when I'm working out in the market, and that is, can we find dealers that are really interested in changing, and are they coachable, right? And I think that when you look at everybody that's contributed today from a dealer standpoint, not only have they recognized that they want to change, but they've committed to making that change and aligning themselves with some great consultants that really have the spirit of helping them with their business without blowing up their culture. And when I got challenged to participate today, first of all, my blood pressure went up and my anxiety levels went up because this is my first go round and expectations are high with all of you great panelists. But I also wanted to take a look at what dealers have I worked with that have been coachable and committed to change. And in this case with Ernie Rodriguez from Dan King Plumbing and 1 Hour Air, he added the third C to me, and that was his ability to challenge me. So with that said, I want to take a minute just to introduce Ernie and thank him, and just have him kind of just walk through a little bit of his company and a little bit of bio on himself. So with that said, Ernie, if you want to kind of kick off and tell us a little bit about you and your role and your company and maybe a little bit of its history, we would all appreciate that.
Great. Thanks, Mike. So our company, we're located here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've been in business for a long time. We've got heating and air, plumbing, and electrical that we do here. So we offer a lot of different things to our customers. But I think just over the years, I've worked with this company for about 12 years. I was thinking back, because Mike was asking me about financing and just some of the things and success that we've had this year. But we were talking today about, some history with financing, and we were thinking back of, in 2008, when I actually got in this business, we were in a financial, here in the Charlotte area especially, this is one of the larger financial sectors in the country. It was tough to get people approved for financing, because he was, obviously financing, here at our company has been a big part of what we've been doing for quite a while. But so anyway, so we've been through some ups and downs, and he asked me what, where the climate is today with our customers today. And today we finance about 65 or 70% of the jobs that we do each day. My position here with the company is I'm the sales manager, and I also help oversee the installation areas of the company as well. So, that's kind of what we do each day as far as a replacement. But
so good,
yeah.
No, good stuff, Ernie. I want to just ask you, you folks are an Amana dealer, correct?
That's correct.
Can you kind of share with us what are some of the value props that you're using the Amana brand for to differentiate your company from the other products in the market? Just maybe name the top three.
Well, our number one would be the financing options that we have through Amana. That's the first thing that comes to mind that we've been talking about the most recently. There's rebates and things that we have through the relationship that we have through Mike Brisban, where we are able to get discounted financing rates on all sorts of different plans that we have. There's several different financing companies through the organization that we're a part of. So we're able to offer several different options to our customers. Another thing with Amana that why we're with them is the relationship that we have with them here locally with our local distributor. We get tremendous support from them, which obviously is coming from Amana, at some level. Whether if we have issues in the field with something that we've installed and we've exhausted all the things that we can think of, if there's some kind of an issue with the system, they're pretty supportive with us and helping us out. And again, I think just the other part of it is the relationship we have with our distributor here locally. They're very good at taking care of us. Part of what we've been dealing with lately, I don't know if everyone else has, but we've had some inventory problems with some delivery problems that are getting to here locally in the area. So they've been very good at working with us on all the different types of equipment we have and doing the best they can to make sure everything we've got. So those are probably the top three.
All right. Appreciate you sharing that. Ernie, you and I got kind of thrown together in a little bit of an unusual twist, if you remember. I called you about what lenders you were using because your primary lender had sort of reached out to me and challenged me, right? So right. I called you up and, hey, what are you doing? We went through a series of I think you were kind of challenging me to figure out what my intent and purpose was. And then we kind of had our conversation evolve into what loan programs were you using and why? Do you remember that initial conversation?
I do, yes.
And do you remember when we started talking about you were using a traditional loan product because it was a big part of its foundation was no dealer fee? And then I sort of introduced the idea of, well, wait a minute, take a look at what you're doing with credit cards and that cost, and then look at a little bit different model where we introduce some fixed term programs. You remember all of that?
I do, yep.
So could you kind of talk a little bit about how your sales process through, quite frankly, your own self-realizations and your own ideas, and then potentially with help from EGIA's input on how you've modified your sales process over the last, I would say it's been roughly about 90 days.
Well, the conversation that you and I, just to kind of elaborate on that just a touch, is you asked me, how do your salespeople decide what financing plan they offer your customers? And my response was something related to, dealer fees and cost. And I think I made a comment on how that could potentially impact their commissions, and because they get paid off the net sale, and some kind of discussion about that. And I think your response to me was something like, well, that's fine, but you're thinking like a smaller company, and why don't you think like a bigger company? Okay, because what bigger companies do is they are looking at offering their customers financing options that help make all the different packages and things that we offer affordable. Okay, and what that did is that made me kind of stop and think for a minute, like, well, okay, that makes a lot of sense. If I want to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? We all know what that means. So I did a lot of thinking, and I thought, well, why don't we try something new? I do want to grow the organization and grow our department. So that's where we kind of got into a discussion about using the different plans, changing the interest rates, extending the term of the loans, as we were offering higher end packages to our customers, to try to keep the payments all within something that was affordable, to the average homeowner. So we put together some ideas, Mike and I did, with kind of collaborating back and forth. And what we've done in the last 90 days is we've implemented some things in the department and with the salespeople. And Mike was able to get on board with me. We did a Zoom call with our department one morning, and we just talked about the different types of plans that we can have, how the rebates that we get through Amana, how they can help reduce the cost of those buy downs for the different plans that we offer, and most importantly, to offer these affordable solutions to our customers for higher end systems, which and all the other things that we include with that. We do different things with extending maintenance plans, where we've got customers that want to do that. They want to do filter changes and all sorts of different things that they want to do with their system, whether it's indoor air quality or whatever it is. And it just has helped us really sort of get that solidified in that area by using the financing and showing people that hey, you can start off with a system that's just a basic in and out job for $125 a month, but for maybe $200 a month or $225 a month, which isn't that much difference, $25 a week. We can do all these other things over here and really get you what you're really looking for. So that has really helped us increase our average ticket. It's helped us increase our closing rate. It's helped us, again, just offering a better solution to our customers, again, and keeping it affordable. That's the key. We've always been offering these solutions, but there was obviously some challenges with people from an affordability standpoint, and this has made a huge difference.
Got it. And I appreciate that, Ernie. I think one of the key things that that you would realize that your sales people had the flexibility on whether they were going to offer financing at all and which programs, and that was impacting, quite frankly, the customer experience and ultimately their closing rates and successes and your company's success. And I know that we're getting a little bit light on time. Is there any other key thing that you'd like to maybe kind of wrap up with, Ernie, on as far as where you're at and the successes that you're having? I'd like to really quickly have you comment on efficiency, higher efficiency products, and are you seeing an uptick in air purification equipment sales incorporating the finance model?
We are. Like I was saying, all the full package. People are able to afford the full package, which includes the indoor air quality, and again, all the maintenance and everything else that they want, which also includes, being able to make the higher efficient systems more affordable as well, with, variable compressors and all that type of thing. And I guess as the final comment I would want to make, offering financing to your customers is absolutely 100% important. That needs to happen with every customer on every presentation. And it's something that we talk about all the time, but it's interesting to hear, how often you see, we here locally see that it's very, a lot of times we're not seeing, customers weren't really showing a whole lot, maybe just a basic, a 0% financing for 60 months. That seems to be the kind of the go-to thing. We've spent a lot of time working with our salespeople on, is that a good fit for the customer or not? We've learned over, just the things we've been doing, that's not always the best thing. And, that's, we've had a lot of success with that.
Well, Ernie, I want to wrap up and say thank you again. I've obviously enjoyed working with you, and I'm sure we'll have many other consultations going forward. Just like to say that EGIA is really interested in helping the dealer develop their business, partnering with the Goodman Amana team as well. EGIA.org is our website for more information.